So, probably one of the most anticipated events that have happened this year, besides Christmas and the Waffentrager event, I guess if you want that. But Mirny is pretty decent, or at least last year it was pretty decent, so it'd be interesting to see if they've actually kept going with the good game mode, unlike Frontline where they added tier 9s to it. Either way, let's go and check it out and yeah, see what it's like. So once you go into this, you'll be greeted with obviously all the tanks that you can pick from. I believe so. These three are all rentals, and you can obviously get them through the rewards. All you need to do is go to the rewards, and then all you have to do is just decrypt the keys, and then once you do, you can then get items for decrypting those. So you can see you can decrypt 20 keys. As you can see here, you can also go to like the Twitch channels and stuff like that, and then go ahead and get more keys just for linking your accounts. You can go and get, say, a rental for the Malachite, or you can go and get 3 days of premium, which is pretty nice. And you can also go and get some boosters, and then right at the end of it, if you do all 8 of these reels, you will get the King Tiger, which is what was the Amazon Prime kind of tank that you always got each month, as long as you had Amazon Prime linked with your Wargaming account. But since then, they stopped that. I think it was last year that they stopped that. And it has now been added to the game for everyone to get, I mean, technically for free. You could do all of these for free. It's probably not going to take too long. Obviously, some of the other ones along here is going to take a little bit longer. But if you have a platoon and stuff like that, then I'm pretty certain you'll be able to get through these. It's just about the time that you have. And if you don't have the time, then of course, like, you're not going to be able to do it. But unless you want to spend money. But this tank is not bad. It's not great, but you are getting basically a Tiger 2 in tier 7 with a little bit weaker armor than the normal one. So overall, yes, it's a good tank. Yes, it will earn you some money, but it is tier 7. It's not tier 8, so take that how you want to. Now, just quickly before we go into some games, I have obviously played a few games of this game mode. There are the low difficulty, the medium, and the high difficulty. I have not played any of the high difficulty yet, but I did play in platoons with some of the people in the clan and stuff like that. And we were able to do the medium difficulty. Not too hard, but it's definitely not easy. And the low difficulty is, I would say the step up from low to medium is quite big. So basically with the low difficulty, you just have to play like it was last year. You just run around, collect your Miriam, put it into Magnus, and then you move on to the next wave. And then you do that, I think, 4 times. And then on the 4th one, you collect it all, give it to Magnus, and then you're done. With the medium difficulty, you do that 3 times, and then on the 4th wave, you then go into, or it might be after the 4th wave, one of the two, doesn't really matter. There's a certain amount of waves either way, and then you'll then go and take on the Immortal. He'll respawn twice, and you need to go and kill him. The way it works is that you're in a kind of very, very small grid space, and then you got to go and kill him. You got to kill him twice, which is a bit... don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it should have just been once for medium and then high. I don't know anything about the high difficulty because I haven't played it, so I'm not going to speak on it, but the medium difficulty is quite hard. It's quite a big difference from low. But we are going to play on the medium difficulty just because it is different from last year. Otherwise, if I played the low one, it would just be pretty much the same as last year. So the Hornet, the Cerberus, and the Double, all of them you get for free, as I've probably already mentioned. You can't really go wrong with any of them. They're all really, really nice. But we are going to play the Double. So let's go and play some games. So once you spawn in, obviously it is very, very familiar to last year. I'm just going to ping this and tell people where I'm going. Hopefully people will actually come this way. You just got to obviously move around, collect the Miriam, destroy the people. I'm going to turn the game up a little bit because I was on quite low while I was just playing with friends and stuff like that. The one thing I will say is it's really, really annoying. I'm not going to bother with trying to collect it. Trying to save my reload. It is really, really annoying. I think that's a little bit too loud. There we go. It's really, really annoying how close you have to get to be able for them to be able to spawn. it should really just be, oh, if you're within 100 meters, you can, you'll make them spawn. But you need to be like within, I think, 80 meters or something, like something like that. So I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that. It's a little bit annoying. The abilities you get, you can pay for. So like I have the field repairs, it's called emergency kit. I have a life steal, so this is, I can activate it whenever I want. And the closer you are, or you go into basically a pool of enemies, activate the life steal, and then anyone that's within the area, you will take their life force from them and put it into your health. So it's quite nice when you're low on health and you're being surrounded, so that's quite good. I especially like to use it on the hedgehogs if they're coming at me, and obviously they're going to be very annoying because they explode on impact. But yeah, it's quite nice. And then we do have the turbocharger, which every single one of them gets. And you can go very, very fast. See? 80 kilometers an hour seems to be the maximum. Alright, let's see what we can do. I'm not really too worried about these kind of starting off tiers. I'm going to ram this guy. Can I finish ramming him? I'm not really too worried about these kind of starting off tiers. There we go. We'll just go forwards. Hopefully it bounces. I mean, we nearly died. But we're fine. See? Just hide. Nearly died, but we didn't. So that's all that matters. Maybe I should stop talking so much and just actually play the game. As always, the Immortal is going to be patrolling around, being very, very annoying. Yep. Thanks. You need to kind of get close to the Miriam, but you don't need to get super close, which is, I think, last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was a lot closer than you need to now. So they have made some really nice changes to the gameplay aspects of it. And obviously once you complete a stage, you will get a new kind of ability. Which way is he? Oh, he's this way. Go this way, please. Which will boost your tank. You can get stuff like Inspire, which is going to help it by 15%. Inspire, and also the one where it does more damage, are probably the best. But you can always... I can't remember all of them. And also, it's very annoying, the fact that when you hover over it, it doesn't tell you exactly what it does. I mean, it tells you in layman's terms, but remember when it popped up here in the middle? It was saying like, oh yeah, it does this percent-wise. I don't even know where that shell just went. It's annoying that it doesn't really show that. Which would have been nice. Oh god. Yeah. Alpha hedgehogs are... oh, god. And not very fun. See if I can collect this as well. Nice. Collect all of that. Very, very good. The emergency kit also will repair nearby people. So if I then go and click like this... there we go. You get some health back as well. So, yeah, overall, like, the game mode's nice. It's nice to just have a game mode that just doesn't really matter. Like, you can just play it just for fun. It's not like you need to try hard at all. It's a lot easier with friends and stuff like that, of course. But it's a lot like the Waffenträger event, I guess, where you just play it and just talk with friends at the same time. I wouldn't really suggest playing it solo like I am, because it's not as fun. But you can do, if you don't have anyone. We have 227 million. Okay. So we should be able to do this one and then go to Magnus, the collector. And then we should be good for the next wave. There is quite a lot of driving around, and the problem with that is that it's not... if you're not in the fastest of tanks, it can be a bit of an issue. Because if you're not in the fastest of tanks, also, the turbo does more ramming damage. Like, a lot more ramming damage than normal. It allows you to do a lot more. Not that that really mattered because he got put down to low health. Okay, let's go to Magnus. But yeah, so this will do... accelerates the vehicle for a limited time and increases the ramming damage. Exactly what it says. But you don't always want to use your turbo because you want to try and get to places as well. So, for example, if there's a minute left on here and you might think, oh yeah, that's plenty of time. But if you have to get all the way over here, you won't make it in that time. Sorry. Let's see if we can... That wasn't so good, Max, was it? Bloody hedgehogs. You also get flashbanged every single time that it changes phase, which is so nice. There you go, we got Inspire. I wonder, does that actually... Wait, so if you press tab... Okay, I don't really know. I was hoping that if you press tab it will give you the actual percentages, but it doesn't. I'm just going to fire here. You will also gain HE shells, as you can see down here, or premium shells, I should say, because they're not always HE. Like on the Sheridan, it's heat rounds that you get. But what this does is it gives a lot more damage, and you can aim at the weak spots on the Immortal, and they will pen with that amount of HE damage and whatnot. I'm just gonna go and kill this guy. Yoink. Nice. Wait, there's another one over here, but the Immortals are there, so we need to be a little bit careful. We get some health back, which is nice. We'll go all the way around, I think. There is a small Miriam collection there, but there's no point me going that way. I don't even know if this is going to give us enough. Because we go here and we'll collect maybe 100, 150. Maybe it'll give us enough. We just got to hope that there's enough over here. But one person's already dead. So if one person dies, you'll get... you'll respawn next round or next phase. And from that, you'll spawn with half health, but you'll lose any bonuses that you have. Which is quite annoying. Especially on the lower kind of... especially on the medium difficulty where you have to fight the Immortal at the end. It's really, really bad to lose all your abilities. Or your bonuses, I should say. Because that will stack and really help out at the end when you're fighting him. Also, there's not really much point of... Ow. There's not really much point of using your HE rounds until the Immortal, but I've already spoken about that. See if we can get something out of this. Yeah, let's shoot this. Okay. You'll die in a second. Nice. Oh, really? And now we're losing the Miriam. But we should be able to gain a little bit more around here from what we killed earlier. But we still lost a lot because of him. Okay. We're not going to have enough, I don't think. We would need to get like 200 from this. Sorry. Let's see. We should be able to just ram this guy to death. I'm going to deposit my Miriam just in case I die. Come on. Nice. All my Miriam is deposited. Nice. Okay, we still need more. We need 60. We don't have time to do it. Nope. We don't have enough. Well, there you go. That is what happens when you don't have enough. Yeah, I think it's mainly because we got one person that died. So yeah, we earned 4 decryption keys, which depends on your battle performance. As you can see, enter battle, cause damage, collect more Miriam than your allies, and you know, the better that you do, the more that you'll get. So we done what, 15,000 damage. Next person done 12, but we also collected the most Miriam delivered. So yeah, this is how it all works out, which is kind of cool because yeah, the more that you do, it's not just raw damage, it's also, you know, how much did you deliver on, you know, it's nice. Anyway, that has been that, and we can actually go and receive a another thing. If we go to rewards, we can go and get this. Yes. And it will even play like a little movie that you can watch. So yeah, we're just under halfway now from receiving the tank. It shouldn't take too long, as I said. If you do want to find people to play with, you can join my Discord. In there's plenty of people that probably want to play this game mode. So yeah, just quickly, I will speak about the abilities. Because you don't earn that much in these game modes, I don't recommend using the big ones just because it's not worth it. I use emergency kit and also lifesteal. They're 3k each, so that means you're only going to spend like 6,000 a game, which is nice. So yeah, that is what I'd recommend you use, because it's not really worth using the big ones, honestly. One thing that I will say is, if you play on the high difficulty, I believe it's like 100k every single game. And if you have a very, very good platoon, you could probably speedrun this and get a lot of money out of it. So thank you very much for watching another video. If you do want to try and find people to play with, I do have a Discord. You know, there's plenty of people in there. It doesn't really matter if you're from NA or EU. There are probably a few people on NA. I mean, majority of them are probably from EU, just because that's where I'm from. But there will be people there that will probably want to play the game. I'm going to even set up a little channel of like the whole game mode. So yeah, you can join there and hang out. As always, make sure you left a like on the video and click that old subscribe button, as it does all help me out greatly. And leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm gods and tell me what you like about Mirny or don't like about Mirny. Maybe you hate it. I don't know. I think it's one of the better game modes that they brought out recently. definitely ruined frontline with tier 9s, but yeah. Either way, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.